Well, the summer beach weather may be long gone, but still a tremendous afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Los Angeles Rams. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On first down, gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Cal, you won. 12.
Gone. It got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Goff on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Second and 14. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is tackled. Inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Redskins.
Ready, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch twist. 80 weapons. Check 31. Shoot.
They run on first down with Jackson. And some room to work. Touchdown, Washington. Justin Jackson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Redskins 7, Rams nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
It's a game of 4. This is 3rd and 2.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on the first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the light.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Justin Jackson, 82 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I smell fear in that offense.
First carry now for Justice Hill. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Like 20.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Ric Flair.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Maverick.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. Over the middle, it's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Redskins scoop it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jackson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, echo.
2nd and 13. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch the run, watch the run. Kill. Super one. You draw quarter. Check 99.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Let's go.
That goes for a gain of 31.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
First down, Washington.
To Mike. 57. X3. 218. Chopper. Let's go. B, let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
But there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Patch it. 6-6. Pull it high. Kill. Fight.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Redskin first down.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Hey, switch gears. Go. Mike, 50 seconds. Now watch one.
2nd and 9 now. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 31
yards there, the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Goff. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Wow. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
8-3. 57.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
80 weapon. Check 43. Hey, exit. Clear. They go.
2nd and 6. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 6 yards away. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth, because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
12.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Solomon Thomas racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready up.
58.
General West.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check nickel. Jam him. Jam.
Hey, orbit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's gone. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. A first update now out of Jacksonville. The Broncos have taken the early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check 50.
Hey, rock it, rock it.
Shoot. They run again with Jackson. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Justin Jackson with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Redskins 42, Rams nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
218, chop.
Hey, pick your game up. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
All right, 10.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
11.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Goff now looking to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Exit.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
91.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen. Shake it off.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Goff now to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A Redskin first down. The pickup, 15 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Rams on third down, an almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. Brandon Cooks, 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, 81 yards. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes left side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run with Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat in there for a big one. That is sack number 200 for his career. It ties him with Bruce Smith for the all-time NFL record. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They're running with Gurley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw, Greystone travel.
Switch.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., any slim hopes they had at a playoff 9.